The amount of time since the horse last ran, or the days since its last race, is a consideration, but deeper than that, you need to have a look at the horse's profile to see how significant it actually is. Obviously, some horses will bounce after a few days or are more likely to run poorly if they're turned out quickly. Some horses are best fresh, whereas some horses are a bit more resilient, and even their historical form profile will tell you that it doesn't matter if they're only have a 7 or 8 day break. Whereas, some horses are best when fresh. The best time to catch them is in their first 1, 2 or 3 runs of the season, and then their form tails off towards the end of the season. As for C and D and CD, course and distance, distance and course. Distance obviously plays itself into my original video about stamina. The ability to stay well is the number one factor for me. Even in a 5 furlong race, how many 6 furlong horses do very well in 5 furlong sprints? How many 7 furlong horses drop back to 6 furlong horses and win races like the July Cup and the Haydock Sprint Cup and stuff like that? It happens all the time. So yeah, proven stamina is very important. Obviously, there's other factors, and generally speaking, horses do step up in trip. But trainers, especially in recent years, have been starting to notice that, if you step horses back in trip, it can be applied to very good effect, and often the market overlooks it as well. So it's definitely something that I look at. But yeah, CD is course and distance. We've covered distance, and then you've got course. The course is obviously extremely important. But some courses can be quite similar, so you need to keep an eye on if a horse has won several times on a flat right-handed track like Musselburgh, then they might do well at another flat right-handed track like Kempton, for example. But it's definitely horses for courses in a lot of cases. So if a horse does have some course experience to their name, then it's a good thing. Don't be put off either if I think the best recent example I have is Edward Stone, who won the Arkle. We backed him. He was a strong member bet for us on day one at Cheltenham. Didn't take a rocket scientist to see that he had a good chance, but I still thought 2-1 was a good price. He historically didn't do very well at Cheltenham. His form figures, his actual figures at Cheltenham, and his win percentage at Cheltenham was very bad. But if you looked beyond the figures, you could see, I think he finished 7th or 8th behind Belfast Banter in the County Hurdle in 2021. And that was an excellent run. If you watch him that day, he really handled the track very, very well. He just didn't win. It was a hot race, So yeah, there's a lot to it, but yeah, I love it.